this is how retarded this shit is, and contrived, and the whole, this stuff is planned and laid out, and there's been a bunch of whistleblowers over the past 2 years. Don't forget what this, if you really never studied what was going on, study now. If you have already studied, don't forget all this stuff you learned, all the stuff you took note of. It doesn't mean you have to live by whatever you learned. Just don't forget what you know, dude. Well, thank you for joining me on this Suzuki RV voyage, the Star Trip right now. Trying to tune into our local star on the other side of time.
We bring them here through either
isotopes or
teleportation, transportation, or better still,
teleport the whole damn planet. You say that. They're gonna make this stupid ass shit. They're gonna connect it to a word called Corona. Oh wow, that's a very big, the esoteric words flip around and say all these different things because it's, these words are fake anyway, but Corona directly connected to the sun. You know what a coronal mass ejection is? You know what a crown is? Corona, the beer is named Corona because that means crown in Spanish. Just like the crown of light around the sun and shit. Or whatever. Okay? So they're like, hey, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna write coronavirus. It's like making a fucking little magic card or whatever, trying to fish. They're gonna throw out that word in front of you, dangle it, be all, yeah, look, if you start like nipping at it, they're gonna fucking play with you, try to lead you to fucking eat it, or Skull Creek, and believe it.
Turn left
dangling this shit in front of your face called coronavirus or whatever, and then they're gonna, the more that you bleep it, the more you add to it. Like if something's censored, that's what it was attracting kids to cuss more.
Continue for 11 miles.
Because we're like supreme beings, really put into a fucking retarded box. Okay, just like what you're holding in your hands or what I'm holding in my hand. Alright, they do that, they dangle this fake ass shit, they put out blatant lies, and then they try to get the bandwagon involved. So you don't have to make the choice fully, you can kind of go with your friends, go with what your mom said. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not sourcing yourself, you're fucked.
Yo, stop for people if they're walking. Yo, don't really leave us space, cause the silence be talking. Yo, like feral consciousness is right about it. He stick it in and they be all about it, surrounded. Yeah, causes. Yeah, everything cause of effect. Yo, it affect the whole smoke circle. Gather round, yo, you can get it. The way she twerk ill, yeah, it don't matter. The lyric don't kill. Yeah, every hook will hurt her. Every hooker hurt her. Every hook will hurt her. Yeah, it don't matter with the mood in reverse doom. Yo, MF motherfucking me and you. Yeah, he spells it out like a skibbity boo. Yeah, ski to the window, to the walls, holding little Johns. Y'all bitches need a bigger John. Whoa, here we go. Yeah, waiting on the late night with another gentleman callers. Yeah, bitches, y'all call yourself ballers. Yeah, whatever, fuck y'all. I get the shots to your brain dome. Yeah, get it out the fucking arrange hose. Yeah, don't matter about your arrangement, bitch. You pretty much be riding a play. Yo, somebody give him a Tony all fucking day. Winning that top award for being fucking G-A-Y. Y'all spell it out. Yo, we emphasize the whole spot with the quickness. Fan from DC, Columbine. Yeah, can I get a princess as a witness of Rome? Yeah, don't matter winning it, he's in your dome. Yeah, still coming so fucking rawly. Get up like wake up in a new dude. Or chick, yeah, right there. It don't matter if it's sick. Yo, chicken still with the roosters in the morning. Yes, morning with the other animals. That was pretty lame.
Fuck that.
Yeah. True, man. I'm sorry, Wu. Sorry, Wu-Tang. So, okay, so let's say you're talking to someone who actually administers those vaccines. So the first shot, they're like, yeah, you gotta get your first shot. Kills your white blood cell creation by 50%. your immune system starts getting screwed with. This is your bone marrow. This is your thymus. This is whatever can get viruses or poisons out of the body. All that gets cut and lessened so that you can't naturally get stupid flus gone anymore. Now, so if you believe this virus, you're gonna inject it into your blood as a way to protect yourself from the fake thing, then you just want to get diseases because you don't want the immune system that you had. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's say you do that and then whatever, and then you wait however long it is, 28 days, for some reason it's 28 days later, the same as the moon cycle, etc. And then you come back for the second shot. That just, this you up. Okay? There'll be more. I'll just because I've been speaking a little bit about this, I don't know if you realize what the is going on. If you still think everything's like, there's not vampire systems. I need to just, not source my energy. I'm gonna act and react. Whatever, man. So, I don't know. I was just sharing this because you're an idiot. If you didn't get my message the first time, I'm not just trying to talk shit to people. Like, sovereignty is what it's about. If you really are something, you're gonna be a fucking sovereign being. If not, you ain't. You're just a fucking clone. You could be, copying, or you could just learn from other people and not create. Go ahead and live by default. Alright? So, the first one, if you're like, I'm so scared, I gotta go out and get listen to these culters who sign contracts in Bloods and their little fraternities and shit for their medical degrees and shit. I'm gonna go to them because they're scaring me into doing it. You have free will. Reminder, you have free will. Reminder, you have free will. Do you remember that? Oh, I'm gonna forget it as soon as something happens. No, stop reacting and be. Okay? I don't know what people need. I don't see how people are. I guess people are voicing out, and I'm just kind of sharing with that. But, man, whatever. It's Oregon that kind of got me on this topic, because there's some. I am out of the Book of Job. Out of work. Out of the job. I lost my job today because I left. But it's good to see you again. I am doing another video of post 5:30. And again, I'm not gonna keep going on talking crap about people or downing people, because I don't want people to misconstrue why I decided to record. It's because it's a pertinent time to invest in yourself, and you should see the stage of society kind of backing that it's very important that you stop sucking on the teat of a devil for your energy. That you stop, going to a system that's, harvesting energy in order to get your energy. You may, we have tools. That doesn't mean we're a axe man if we use an axe. So, it doesn't mean we run on fiat energy if we are partaking in having to use the fiat currency, having to, allow people to live a lie in order to allow freedom and free will and all that stuff. All I could do is talk. I can't tell you or make you believe anything. So that's why I was talking. I was just trying to give you some truth slaps in the face. I will do more videos where I'm just doing that. But today is a miraculous day. Look at the sun. Look at the synchronicity at every moment. I realized that any bad, any bad thing in my life has been me being a little. I've been like, I think I know, and then I'm gonna judge. I'm gonna pull my windows up even though it's hot. Okay, so I was still going to record today just to remind you of yes, the stage of society, yes, the headlines, whatever is being peddled is crazy as though it was always crazy as fuck. It was just less seen before. Nowadays, it's an information age. So you're going to get all the information, the whole swing of the pendulum that way, swing of the pendulum good, swing of the pendulum bad, swing of the, that polarity, this polarity, that polarity. So you're going to see the gambit of what actually is some up, just like this, whatever, mental virus stuff where people are going to inject themselves because they fear a fantasy, so they create the fantasy inside it. They create, the fear inside of them through death, allowing death, being like, I need to go apart from what I already have in order to save myself, or, in order to love myself, I gotta go away from, how I am now. I'm not good enough. You know what I mean? All that. It never was good. It never was beneficial, though you can say, never say never, so things are beneficial, but there comes a time when the tree's chopped down and you don't have to carry an axe around a week later. There comes a time when we set down the thoughts and the programs of our past that no longer serve us, because we were actually living, and it's in a beautiful place to be alive. Beautiful place. You remember the gifts you gave yourself that maybe you put in your pocket a long time ago? Now's the time to just check what you already have in your own pocket, waiting for you, the gift. Really, you were lying the whole damn time that you were not happy. I mean, that you were, like, oh, I'm being controlled. Well, you're lying to yourself, because you're really controlling yourself into someone's control. It's hard to use the language that's limiting by nature to describe a lot of stuff, but I still do it. I mean, I still try. So please don't hold me to my words all the damn time. Just try to get the essence of what I'm trying to convey. I'll do an effort to share that. So this message today was a reminder. You need to wake up from the COVID sleep. You need to wake up from the CBS and the acronym sleep of all the fucking PBS and public bullshit, all the broadcasting of programs. Yeah, it was a fun game. Now what? Now what? Because there's always the now what. And if you can really love yourself no matter what will be, then you're giving yourself the gift right now. And it's, powerful words. It's powerful words. Thank you. Doing the work, you will see your own results. No one else can tell you. No one else can do something for you. Okay? So that means no pressure, seriously, because the serious spell is also how the system gets your consent. It's because they created some word called serious. Also, this, same as the dog, star, Dogon, this goes back. All of this modern language goes back. It uses the powers of ancient to have the momentum it does now. So that our DNA hears also. Our DNA is activated as well by seeing the sacred geometry symbols, which is created just from the letters and the words. Okay? So again, that was a spell that was put out about Sirius. Sirius means dead. It's dead serious. Same shit. If you really can't take life lightly, have fun, brush off shit, you're dead. That's why I was emphasizing, if you're scared your whole life trying to wear a face diaper, yeah, it's documenting like a journal, but also I know that the viewers are viewing, and I'm also talking to you, specifically, the viewer, And that could be, you know, including me in the future, and I talk, you know, to me in the future, but I'm also talking to each person. We all know that. Sorry. Okay, so I turned and my thing fell. So we all know that we are the universe inside of us, or the universe is inside of us, and we're also wearing the skin or scales or, you know, a boundary view in the phi cycle realm. Okay, so we're wearing the universe as our skin, experiencing this sense of separation, experiencing this ego, or experiencing, you know, having our own gut, brain, etc. So we all know, or we should know, and have reverence for being the whole universe in your body. Your body. You listening right now. You're the whole, you know, shebang in one. You're the whole package. You're the whole package. Dudes, girls, trannies, neithers, you know, no gender, whatever. You're that version of the whole universe. I just remember that. I do enjoy freestyling. We're always freestyling unless you're serious. That's the serious teaching. When you can't take yourself however you are, whether you're playful and can't take it, whether you're mad, sad, childish, whatever, oh, blah, 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 blah. A lot of that is because you take your dumb ass seriously. You don't know what you are, so how do you know how to judge yourself? You don't even know what you are. You've never known the depths of it. You've never known the depths, just the surface. And that goes to everyone. Even the psychonauts and deep divers and all this self-exploration. You just found out that, oh my God, it's even bigger than I could have ever dreamed of. I'm more expanded. You know, when I get to this other realm or this new open space, oh my God, it's breathtaking. Especially to someone who has never experienced apart from their programs, a moment apart from their programs. Wow, there's 3 birds just dancing atop of this badass tree. They're like, you can tell it's pretty windy and they're just surfing. You see how, like, I'll say things and then I'll stop myself because I'll kind of catch myself where I program myself. You know what I mean? And these fucking dumbass trigger words can get someone caught in the life sentence. Seriousness. Also, you may see times in the future and in the past where I'll tear up while talking. Sometimes it's just potent words, potent stuff, and then things are coming up for me. And then as that comes, I would like to just kiss my tears and fucking allow release. Because that's amazing to release. Doing the colon cleansing and cleaning your psychic data or mucus, you know, black snake that's all in your colon, which would be, you know, retaining psychic data, trauma, and such. And to the point to where the so-called thoughts that you have going on in your mind, a lot of people are not having those thoughts. It's their stuff inside of them is thinking for them. Like your candida is telling you you want a beer type of teaching. And it is so true for every person out there. Unless you're like been working at it to clean your system, or you were somehow brought up in a non-toxic environment, then you have parasites, you have psychic data, you have hard encrusted poop in your colon, and that retains the psychic data. Just like how people go to healers like craniosacral or massage to release these stored emotions. Well, these are stored demons, because like you're being fed a lot of stuff that you don't want to hear about, but you're being fed humans. You've eaten human, I bet you anything. bet you anything, especially if you go on fast food, cheap food, you've eaten fucking human shit. Of course. You really, I mean, if you have not looked into this, it's everywhere. It's sick. Well, I mean, it's sick. The importance of me just wanting to have these recordings going on is to kind of put a spotlight on that sort of cult. That cult that put out the stupid telling you what to do, thinking that, you know what I mean, putting you in the box, whatever. It's all cult work. The cult feeds its children to its people, and they also happily eat kids. A lot of kids gone missing food and they're sold, and you already know this. So again, I hope that you're not just joining me to hear ranting, because that's all I have been doing. Though the reason I brought up the psychic parasites and the internal colon cleansing and things like that is because I am doing a fast. So I've been noticing today, since I haven't eaten anything at all, and I haven't even been drinking that much water at all either. It's been a dry fast today. I drank coffee, but other than that was my coffee enema just through the mouth this morning. But apart from that, it has been dry. And I've noticed how cognizant I am, how aware I am, and compared with being in the food chain, feeling like, you know, I got to go home and plan on, oh, what am I going to eat? Oh, and then we start creating, you know, right now of what we're going to do, because we're going by these rules of, oh, you have to have this food depending on this meal day program, you know, to have this and that. That was taught to you by the cult. You know, it's not always directly just taught to you by the cult, but that's what kind of comes through it if you're not a true-ass amazing researcher who has got the heart on, who has their heart turned on to truth. Because when you do have your heart turned on or your third eye open, the truth detector is available. You feel in yourself to, you know, avoid the different cult traps. But again, the importance of how your gut mind is super important. It's also where your conscious mind is drawing from. Meaning, like earlier, I was talking about how you may have thoughts of doing this or going to this bar or going to this whatever, you know, at a certain time. And it's usually because the internal parasites are working together. Like, hey, I'll meet you up over there, take your human that way. And then they're exchanging the acidic toxicity environment so that the conscious being will still give their choice to continue not cleansing and still continue harboring these old. You don't have to make everything a boogeyman, but this is some of the worst ever, and it's just internal shit. There's people who do those fasting mixed with colonics that will get the black snakes, the 8 foot, 6 foot, 5 foot long black, super hard snake looking things. If you Google that, if you want to see some horror pictures, Google black snake colonics or something like that. Woo! And people really work hard, and it's kind of an achievement to actually pass that out and get that hard crusted stuff out of your gut. It's sick, man. But a lot of people, they don't even get to that point because it is difficult. We've been working our whole life trying to feed ourselves with toxicity, aware or unaware, you know. And then it's always those times whenever we're like, I guess I'll do, you know, and then stop there. Don't fucking guess. Like, choose to eat what actually you would want to eat. Don't be like, I guess I'll go to the In-N-Out because blah, 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 you know. Just know that it's not good, so it's very much potential. It's either feeding your parasites or maybe it's some more parasites. Everybody's got worms. I used to do a lot of colonics back in 2018 because I was with the Universal Citizens Healing System, and we had our own colonics Kalima board. We had home colonics. So I used to be a Kalima boardist, and I used to do them at my house. If I had one now, I'd be doing them way more than I used to. I mean, when I had it, I didn't take full advantage and do it like routinely. I would just like try to do it as much as I could, and it was amazing. My first colonic was actually in Redding, California, and it was at a legit place. I had a spiritual experience during this first colonic until that image came to me. But that song came to me, and I had to say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Like, I was just matching it. Like, that was what came to me of what I should do. Because I was experiencing, like, wow. You know, I'd been walking with this, and I had all this fucking hate mantra that I did, and I didn't even realize it. So it's very healing. Even to share about it now, you can see the tears and stuff. But, yeah, it's super, super healing. Oh, and then that passed, and then I was going to younger ages, and I had to, like, you know, like, hold myself as a fucking 3-year-old and shit. It was crazy, and that was my first colonic. And then I walked outside, and you just feel so much lighter. It's like the world is renewed. It was great. So I recommend that. I recommend the Wim Hof breath. Wim Hof breath, you can fucking oxygenate your cells like with a hyperbaric, like you're in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, but you're just doing the breath work. It's kind of obvious. So like fast for 3 days, do intermittent fasting, and then you'll start seeing the obviousness of the system's ways that it works, where you can create by default because you're, you know, living off of a system that looks like it's like a telephone pole that's insanely big. Those are frequency devices. All of those wires there, why the fuck are they above your head when they could easily be put underground and not have to deal with the weather, you know? And you being charged with this electricity will get you out of a relaxed, healthy, thriving state, and it'll give a little it'll give a false light buzz in the background, offering you the choice. Don't think, you know, like, listen to the buzz or be mad, blah, 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 of how to get off the teat of the system so that I can live and thrive no matter what. No matter if you're out of nature, where is your city on? It's on the planet Earth. What's under it? A blade of grass, like my brother would always drive in, a blade of grass can, you know, break through the greatest constructions ever. Just give it time, and can have blades of grass cutting that shit. It's only natural. So, let's see what we can get into today. Or out of. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Let's no longer fall into the ways just because that's the way they were. Let's not choose that just because of the amount of times that it's been chosen. That doesn't affect what the choice was or is. So it does take an effort to hack your way out of the matrix. It does take intention. Meaning, if you're not going to try, your life will be lived for you due to being in this matrix, in this concept. So again, I was saying to work at it, you're going to have the intention to no longer just do something because that's the way that they said it was. That's the way that someone told you without explaining the reason for it should be. It takes a choice to stop. And sometimes that's the biggest thing we could ever do. Choosing to withdraw. Get yourself out of the situation. Be the seeing falcon, or, like a bird of prey. And, hop up out of there. The mysticality is insane as of now. Synchronicities are very apparent to those who want to accept the connections that everything is maintaining. That you're the focal point, bringing everything into an apex connector being, or your DNA. So you before you learned the words, before you learned the way it is to be a human, or programs, or language, or coding, or even whatever, before you picked up the stuff, you had the perfect code given. The creator and created. Okay? So you let's say you have a body, that would be the created. Though inside of this body, there is a connection to the creator of said creation, of said body. And at every moment, there's not one set thing, ever. Meaning you're not just the creation. You're not just the creator, ever. If you were just the creator, then who the f*** am I talking to? You know, what body are you using to pick up vibrations to drum your eardrum? You know, that's creation. Though, you know, what is piloting that thing that's got the eardrums? Something in tune with the creator. So that's a way to remember that you're never stuck. You are never stuck, ever. It's a perception you may want to think you're stuck in, and then time will pass, and even if you want to hold that perception, it'll change. It will change. Just like Sam Cooke said. Sam Cooke said that change was coming. Change is gonna come. So again about, let's say, okay, you know, there is a theme and there is a style of the way that these videos have been going through the past couple weeks since I started, or week since I started. There's been kind of, you know, connecting themes. The first two videos were like me just getting all hype and using cuss words and saying, wake the up, you know, I'm going to say these words and point out how blah, 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 blah. You know, you could watch those videos. And then after that, I just kind of started being a little bit more calm and sharing more nuggets that were, you know, pertinent at the time when I was talking. Because they're usually universal truths. In order to make it a nugget of wisdom, it's got to be applicable. Not just a specific, you know, one world, or at one time it's applicable. No, universal means it's very much applicable. And that's what I like to speak on, and that's what I think defines what a nugget of wisdom would be. It'd have to be applicable. And again, you may even see these videos as just a waste of time, just me rambling. You also may be called to be slapped right there in the moment, and then you're there in your body. And then you're like, what did he say earlier? Or not, you know, maybe you're not, maybe it's just background talk that I'm doing. But bam, slap there, right in creation. You're there. That means you don't actually know what's going to happen next. You do not. Though you may fall back to your programs to think that you think you know. And remember, the whole think spell in the mind is just that. It is a spell. It's another way to offer your energy up, which was yours, to say it was yours in the past tense, or it was something in your mind, or it was already, you know, in your mind. And then, you know, speak that, put it into a word, say that you're actually conveying what actually is going on, because you used a translating language, English. You know, you give away your power once you start believing these words and using them to hold your power. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have wrote the most powerful, most of activating of DNA type of book, or wrote, you know, made a video or whatever, made the most amazing tool for consciousness expansion, and it's your book or it's your video. Yeah, you're that holds all that energy. But what happens whenever there's no, you know, all the books are gone, or, you know, there's nothing else? You know what I'm saying? Without your creation, like when that's gone, did you really need to refer back to that book to get the essence? Because that's that power. That book may reflect a pointer to the essence of the power of that's in the words that people will, be drawn to and be like, oh, it's a great book, or it's a great movie, oh, it's activating me, and it's synchronicity activator in my life, or whatever. But once that book is gone or the movie's over, did you give your power away? Did you give your power away to it? So where, if it's gone, you don't even have anything gained? You remember all those memories, those great memories in your life? It's your job to go over it, sift it down. Don't leave the strings untied, undone things. Don't leave unfinished things there. Or you're going to walk with that, and you will not have all of your energy available to you now to apply, because you may be carrying your energy in these things that are incomplete, like these memories that are not, fulfilling memories. They're like, I remember this and this and this, and then the but, comes, and then you're carrying around a bigger but than before, and it's probably weighing you down, and you don't want to stop holding your butt. You don't want to give it up when it already had passed, because you were remembering something in the past. A lot of times, even though I may speak negative or positive on the language, it is a good way to use to create ways out of its own control. So, you can use words against itself. So let's say you're in a quandary, or someone is sticking you to these labels. You can use the same way that they're using to hold you. You could use the same means and the same tools to get your way out, such as doing contract revocation, such as doing a real prayer, such as not caring what you're going to say and actually flow it out, such as prayer space. And that's what I would love to hear you flow and be okay with, and love and be more okay than okay with. That's because you are if there's the greatest thing in the universe, it's you. If there's anything in the universe, it's you, it's inside of you. And you're that universe with your specific face and your specific heart, connected to your specific nervous system, and all of your stuff is the universe. Okay? If you can accept that, and if you could allow yourself, the happiness of laughter, allow yourself to allow tears to flow, and when there are tears, taste your tears. Everything is a gift. How long of your life have you not claimed that everything is a gift? How many times do you say, I don't like this, or this is going to happen and it's bad, or I'm just awaiting the bad, blah, blah. I know some people who just live off of negative mantras, and they're like, oh, well, that always happens. Oh, well, and then they're just going to be looking for the next negative thing, like once something great happens to them. That's horrible. How are you going to live that way? Oh, yeah, I just got, I did this amazing goal and task, so now I'm just waiting for it to mess up. That means you're calling it. Your focus is going to be that powerful. You just fucked it up. Okay? Just face it. So, be easy. Carrying around incomplete things in our aura, or carrying around unfulfillment in ourself. We gotta let it all go. We gotta let it all go. We thought we knew what was going on. We thought we knew what we are. We think that our parents, were telling us the truth. When they were just seeing through their own eyes and unable to see through our eyes ever. All we can do is offer the universe from where we're at. No one is at the exact same place. So we're all gaining as one organism when we're sharing and sharing for beneficial reasons. The whole thing benefits. Sharing for maleficent or, mal reasons, negative stuff. The whole thing benefits and is affected. Or, whatever the opposite of benefit is, you can still see it as a benefit. It's not funny. Life is not funny, it's serious. Okay? I have a reason to be mad. Fucking pissed. Life is not good. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Should have known that I was there first. Alright? It's not a joke, guys. It's not even funny. Okay? We all need to be, feeling bad and shit. For real. It's not funny. People told me that I need to learn a language, okay? That I didn't know too much about. But I learned it, and now I live by it. Okay? And I use it to back itself. So whenever I draw conclusions from the said language, I draw other conclusions from other new words that I learned. Okay? That's why I'm serious. That's why I'm mad. That's why I am negative. I'll negate any happiness, joy, fun, etc. You got an etc.? I'll negate that too. No time for that. It's not a joke, guys. It's so hard to keep a straight face. But yeah, today I wanted to emphasize the seriousness of not feeling good because of XX or X. Capital X. That's probably the big thing in your life that's giving you the problem, right? The capital X from the XX or X. Whew. Yeah, we really got to stay in a bad mood, right? Right, guys? Right? Let's get mad at all the fucking fags, idiots who are wearing their masks because they're not seeing the truth like I am. I'm gonna get mad. Nah, I mean, I'll easily still talk shit to someone who's acting stupid in front of me, but I'm not gonna allow it to affect my mood because it doesn't change. I'm always mad. I'm pissed off, guys. Check it out. Notice my breathing changes. I don't deserve full breaths because of something someone said they told me with a language. There's no way out of it, guys. There's no way out of this mean sounding noises. I'm mad. Think I'm not serious? Huh? Look at this face. The dead serious. Okay? We all need to remember that we forgot and we need to be mad about it. Okay? It's not funny anymore. It never was. Okay? It was always the universal serious statement that everyone talks about. That's the universal serious statement. Someday you'll get it. And you'll understand it, and it'll be clear and concise, okay? And then you can get mad at all the times you didn't understand it, okay? There's no laughing. You're not supposed to laugh things off or on, okay? It's time to be very disgruntled, okay? I saw something on TV, and, etc. I had to get an Excedrin migraine. It fucking sucked to drink water to heal myself. I also get mad how we naturally heal. It's our natural state. That pisses me off. It's like fucking unforgivable. Unforgivable, man. Okay? I just wanted to do this video to remind you there is a reason for you to not be happy. There's a reason to be mad. And it's probably going to happen again because we got to, base our stuff on the pattern recognition that we go through and think we connect dots to. Okay? I'm serious. It's how it goes. Jokes don't change frequencies. It doesn't do shit. They don't even make me laugh. Not once have I laughed from a joke. I'm just moving the camera to, I'm just driving, so it's hard to keep it on my face, but I'm pissed off, guys. What are you mad about today? Hey, look at that balloon. What are you mad about today? Motherfuckers. Let's get it serious.
Oh, it's you.
This is a quick, short video. I just was, reflecting upon the types of new stuff I learned in Oregon, living in Oregon. I'm from Texas originally, but I've been living in Oregon all this year. And I've learned about non-gender and non-binary status to identify with. And it's amazing. I realized that I'm really a genderless being. I'm a piece of AI bot that can be programmed. I'm not having to have, if I have a penis, I got to make sure I pretend that I don't have it. Right, guys and girls and non-genders? Yeah. I identify with being a superhero now. So yeah, if anyone talks to me and not addresses me as super, Ryne or Superman, Superwoman, super non-gender, I will be offended as okay? And as offended as for all genders, okay? You understand? I learned that I'm non-binary, there's no agenda that I can even have, so we got to stop making our plans, especially if we're identifying as being a man since we saw our penis, or being a woman since I felt our vaginas, So thank you, Oregon, for showing me. I've been stupid my whole life. I've been identifying with, when I pee and I use my penis, or when I secrete ejaculation cum fluid. That was not my penis. That was anything. That could have been a woman's phallus. I got to stop identifying with the truth. You know what I mean? We got to be non-gender bots. Why not be slaves? Hey, good job. Of spirit. What spirit means? It means to breathe. That's what it means. Spirit is your breath. It's either the act of breathing or the breath that you're breathing. This is what spirit means. So what I'm saying, or why I'm saying this, is because what you breathe in is what you are choosing to feed your spirit with. So there's going to be a lot of negative concepts in the air that are like a GMO tasting spiritual beverage or food. Okay, so these shallow thought forms that are just on the surface layer, you could breathe that in if you like, snacking on karma and, being the repetition being who's a reincarnating type of being who likes, just eating snacks, not really getting that deep fullness that comes with, a real hearty, heartfelt meal. So just remember that. What do you want to breathe in today? Maybe you could even, breathe through these little snacks that people are trying to offer you and your tacit consent. And you could, breathe in the real food. There's the brass tacks and there's the meat and potatoes of all information. Even if it looks on the surface like it's shallow, what you choose to breathe in, that's what you're giving your spirit. So thank you again. I hope you have a good day. Yo. It's not playing music, but I'm not going to do a show today. I'm going to encourage you to check out my upload that I did last night. And it is the recording. I actually made like a mixtape out of this recording. Hello. Welcome back. I went ahead and I took a week off from broadcasting. Just, to have some me time, etc. But yeah, I haven't forgot about you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm banned for the week. It's actually the date of... What is today's date? The 29th of October that I'm recording this. So, this is Ryney of the past self speaking to you before Halloween. Halloween. Now, because it's about, putting on your pretend face, pretending you're not connected to source, and and whoever gets the most bloodiest or most satanic wins the costume contest and, wins your Halloween prize, bobbing for apples, giving bops to apples. Or my email, healinginnotime@gmail.com. That's the word healing, HEALING, and then the word IN, IN, and then the word no, NO, and then the word time, TIME. healinginnotime@gmail.com. Send me some messages, add my Skype at endlessiam. I'm just filling spaces, but I'm glad to be back. I got some new broadcasts that I've been holding on to that I'm going to upload for you. Welcome to the nighttime. It's real chill and stuff. Just a quick video on your YouTubers, your orifices. This is just a reminder of what would you do? What would you do if the Roman Empire, all those black priests, all the occult priesthoods and stuff, secret societies that funds the world systems? What if we couldn't pretend like that they weren't funding the world systems, aka funding our energy, and that we weren't acknowledging that we were sourcing our energy from this fucking necromantic type of bullshit, fucking romantic bullshit, Roman tick popping, sucking blood type of place we get our energy from other beings. It's being a parasite. So what if it wasn't hard to hide that from yourself? Huh? What would you do? Because we are in the now moment now, and it's time to not hide, even if you can see me or not. Ryney's back. Yeah. There are some who use their skin suit, or they use the body that they're born in now, like right now currently, or at certain times. They'll use their body to stay in vagus nerve response, always active state. Like where they're always looking for the new stimulus, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. Why is that bad? Why is that good? It's like some people are training to be a superhero called Polarity Man or Polarity Girl. And because one was taught the reverse way, they think that that's okay, since the other people, the bandwagon all around is like, oh yeah, it's cool to be retarded. Let's do that. And the mental first, and then they do the physical retardation of themselves by blocking their airflow, by, I don't know, always, things begin in the mind. So what I'm getting at is, why keep going back to your one organ of fight or flight? Why listen to it? We know it's our helper and our, a very good teacher, though we don't need it to live our life, because we can't have it live our life for us. Otherwise, we're having other people use our body as a part of their plan, or just a cog in their machine, due to your lack of free will declaration, or your lack of choosing to create rather than the creation of whatever it is by default, creating by default. So yes, what happens in Vegas stays in the vagus nerve response. So right now is the now moment. It's the ever-present moment of now, and you are the endless, infinite I am connected being, or the being who is connected to your source, connected to this earth, Mother Earth realm. And what you tune into will change your radio frequency on your body, or in your experience. So you tuning in and how you tune it, how, you know, like you could change your radio dial, but could have something totally on your mind, just, you know, you're thinking of something else, even though you're changing the radio dial. You're still stuck in the mind. Or you could be changing the radio dial and then you're finding a good song, or you're into it, or you're thinking this or that. What I'm saying is, you there behind the heart, the driver's seat of the heart, you have all these infinite amount of contrasting control knobs, and you can tune in more or less. You could tune in more or less, dependent upon your focus. What science shows, I mean, look into Dan Winter's work and Therify, and what the science shows. I won't even say science, but what happens when you focus is you're splitting atoms, in other words. In simple layman's term, you split atoms with your focus. You get out of the atomic realm, reliant on the lies of the physical realm and what was given to you through the physical realm, and what you chose to give yourself through the belief in whatever's realm control is, whatever the realm controller is putting out there and feeding. You were the filter being. You had the chance to choose, and you could choose to allow things in. You know, you can allow. You notice that whatever you focus on will focus right back to you. There's a simultaneous no time connection, fucking real time, where there's no time connection, where if you say a prayer if you pray something, it's happening right when you're praying it into existence. So let us see how many times we choose to go into the vagus nerve response. It's usually not a choice, unless you're choosing to work out or something. But it's a response, as the language implies. So thank you again for tuning in. Sorry about the break. I had to take a short 10-day or week-long break because of Facebook banned me for just saying words, and they thought that I was saying this or that. But I was just saying words. No, but I'm back. I didn't come back directly because I'm like, I'm going to choose to take a break now. Because I've had stuff going on. Oh, and the other topic was, I'll go into it tomorrow. All right, thank you again. I hope you have a good night. Thanks.
Fat or slender, of medium height or extremely short. Do you mean that he was an actor, acting out different roles with the aid of props? No, there were no props involved, and he was not merely an actor. He was, of course, a great actor in his own right, but that is different. The point is that he was capable of transforming himself and becoming all those diametrically opposed persons. Being a great actor enabled him to portray all the minute peculiarities of behavior that made each specific being real. Let us say that he was at ease in every change of being, as you are at ease in every change of clothes. Eagerly, I asked Don Juan to tell me more about his benefactor's transformation. Forcing to overlap into different stories.
Yo, welcome to the journey. Day one, I'm still turning the pages, still putting shit in
Yo, is awareness aware? A face with a snare. Reform spelling as our mind melts. Swell with colors and pale. I'll drink it piss, holy grail. God drinking drinks, giant Kim in the well. What you think, dude? You getting the down? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. And love fell into your tall tale. Yeah, he's packing and I am talking braille. Bittering skin speech womb. Package female and male into androgynous. Ambiguous. Envy that dexterity. Not ready yet, just to be just aware of me. Closed, I can barely see a universe of unity. You screw with me? Not inclined to play. Through with the lower mind, I give a wedgie to your brain. Root ray, me, have this offended in your face. No silly rabbit hole, all I wanted was a taste. Yeah, fuck up the track, fuck up the track, fuck up the track. Yo, mother's born and I'm performing. MC Sam, I want you. Got it in my mother.
Did I treat you
Oh, yo, God bless you, man. God bless. Let everyone. Did I do you all right? Still being alive? Why did y'all pass my eyes? It's like it's passing me by. I must have done something wrong. Let's do that again. Run that back. Run that back. Now is the time. Right about